and welcome to episode 20 of Guardians of Parna, where our heroes continue their journey to become the Guardians of Parna. Today is our Halloween episode, so check out the cool costumes. Where we left off, Chad had a nice talk with a spooky entity who wanted him to renounce Vorhu, as they all seem to. There was drinking, gambling, beach camping, and no form of egg theft whatsoever. The group is on their way to meet a mysterious old woman who has called for bear wealth, and there's a funeral to attend tomorrow. We'd also like to take this time to give a shout out to our friend Goldie, who is a consistent supporter of our show. Thank you, Goldie, and we hope you're having a great day. Let's get to it.
We also wanted to shout out Ash. Ash watches consistently as well, so thank you, Ash. And let us dive in, jump right in. So, yes, we figured out that you guys do have one day until the funeral. So, I just was trying, if you didn't want to split the party and you all wanted to go with Bearwolf, the opportunity is still there. But if you want to still go your separate ways and find something to do, you sure can.
I don't want to watch Bearwolf get macked on by an old lady.
You don't know there's an old lady involved. I just have business to take care of.
Well, I'm also gonna use your gun.
I want to see that. That's why I'm going.
Chad thinks that the threat is to Zan Falcon, so he will stick with Zan Falcon.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Zayas is gonna stay over here and stay with Zan. We'll still split this. We'll still split the party.
That's perfectly fine. I just wanted you to be aware there's no funeral really to get ready for.
You know, though,
Yeah.
we can defeat a dragon without Cooch, so, I mean, we're fine.
I helped with that, sir.
No.
Okay. Well, we'll take care of Bearwolf, Chitter, and Anna then first. You guys, what are you doing?
You said Chitter, Bearwolf, and Anna?
Not me, I'm going. I'm staying with Zan.
Oh, okay. Last I heard, you were going to go with the two of them.
Oh, okay, because I don't even remember.
That's why I had you split over, but you can go wherever you like.
Red Rover, send Chill and Anna right over.
Okay, fine. I'll go with Bear.
Okay. So where are you going, Bearwolf?
I'm going to go to the tent, the old lady's tent.
Okay. You make a quick perception check. So you look up in the sky and you remember that you were told to meet her at high noon at the tent. And you look up and it is very quickly approaching high noon. So you make your way to the bazaar. And you do find the tent of old Ethel. You peek in and she seems to be kind of dozing at her table.
Excuse me. Hello? Hello!
Oh, hello there.
Hey, Ethel, you wanted to speak with me come high noon, so here I am.
Yes, I've been expecting you. And it seems you brought friends. Did you bring them for a wish as well?
Well, this is Chitter and Anna and Chill.
Ah, he looks mighty tasty.
Who?
The wolf.
No. Ethel, let's not go there.
He thinks you look tasty.
Well, if you can catch me.
I wouldn't know if they'd be interested in a wish, but I am here to on behalf of you helping me earlier.
Yes, the favor. Come in.
I'll take a seat if there is a seat. I can't remember.
Yeah, there's a small table. She's sitting on a stool. You sit on a stool across from her. And as you look, the orb that she had full of wishes seems not to be around. What are you guys doing in Chitter?
I'm gonna listen in because I'm interested in a wish, but I want to know the consequences thereof first.
Okay. So you guys staying at the door, trying to come into the tent.
I'm gonna eavesdrop outside. Is it? So it's a tent. It's just a flap. I can hear.
Yeah, it's TP style. So there's two flaps, but it's big enough where if you could be in if she didn't want you in, but you can probably hear from the outside.
Well, I'll ask Beowulf. Where do you want us?
You guys can join in on the conversation or whatever. There's no secrets to be kept here.
But I would like to speak with you alone.
Well, then can you guys wait outside for just a minute?
Okay, I'll wait outside. But I'll try to eavesdrop.
Okay.
And I'll try to peek through the flap.
But I guess as they're leaving, I'll just bring out the strange coin from my pouch and kind of put it on the table as like I'm returning the favor kind of thing.
Okay. Make a stealth check, Anna. Okay. So as you guys exit the tent, she kind of leans over. I sense that you walk with Faye. Is this correct?
Yeah.
Then I hope you'll be happy to help me in my favor that I have to ask from you. I seek to complete a ritual. And for said ritual, I'm going to need a few items that I cannot procure myself.
What is this ritual for?
I am seeking to widen the expanse between two realms.
And in whose honor are you wanting to expand the realms for?
Well, you walk with Faye. You should know her name.
Would it happen to be the Queen of Air and Darkness?
That's the one. That's the one.
And what things do you need in order to complete this ritual?
I have most, but I am in need of 5 raven's talons, 32 children's teeth, the blood of the innocent, wind of the sea, and 10 pounds of ashes from human flesh.
Can you just give me just a moment?
Of course.
Beowulf will walk outside to Chitter and Anna in like a low tone. And guys, we may need to kill this lady. Or imprison her, one of the two, but I feel like killing is the right thing.
What's going on?
Could they hear that, by the way? Because I know Chitter said she wanted, or he wanted to eavesdrop. And Anna with the stealth check.
So she definitely didn't notice you guys. You hear most of it, yeah.
I try to like shuffle my feet around when she mentions the raven's feet, and I ask because I don't remember anything about the Fae. I'm like, what is she? What's going on? What's she want?
While we were in the Fae, while we were getting help from my Patreon, she wanted me to find the link between the person trying to create the link between the Queen of Air and Darkness, which is her evil sister, and the material plane, and this lady is that link. And obviously it seems she's going to hurt the innocent in order to achieve bringing her into this world.
Well, I'm with you. Whatever you want to do.
Ditto.
Do you want Chill to partake after saying he looked quite yummy?
I think that's pretty well. I was
We
going to
could-
say that's up to him, and he probably would want to, but yeah.
We could try to do this discreetly instead of make a ruckus like we usually do.
However you guys want to do it, I can do it. We can try to do it as quietly as possible and go from there.
Do you have any poisons?
Hold on, I have an idea.
I'll follow your lead.
I do have poisons for my arrows.
All we have to do is get her to eat an arrow.
But I'm sure it could be placed on a dagger.
Fine.
I have an idea. I will. Well, is there a way for me to make sure she doesn't hear this? Is she already not being? I don't know.
You can peek back inside the tent and see if
I'll turn back around real quick.
She's like right there.
you turn around and she's not sitting at the table on the stool anymore.
Guys, we have an issue.
How do we find her?
Is that strange coin still sitting on the table?
It is gone as well.
Guys, we may have another future issue on our hand.
Okay, I go into the tent to see if she's anywhere in there.
Make a perception check. She's definitely not in there, but you don't see really any other evidence.
I call out to the other guys, hey, I don't see her in here. Can you come look?
Is there a way, or can I go in and try to would detect? Oh wait, no, I don't have detect magic. Can I sense any kind of arcane effects going on in the tent at all?
You can make an Arcana check.
Okay.
While things feel pretty normal, you don't sense that there is any magic used or it has an eerie sense about it, like a magic sense, but you don't think that had anything to do with it.
Does she have any storage going on, like trunks or anything that I could possibly sift through?
Make a perception check. So you kind of look, and as you are searching, there's really not much in here. There's the two stools, there's a table, and then there is a trunk. But when you open the trunk, it's just a bunch of bones.
Okay, guys, we're gonna now have to watch out for a evil witch.
What did you do?
She is, she's, I don't know how to say it. She's basically working with the evil fae of my Patreon, or the related sibling.
Mm-hmm. But what did you do?
She beckoned me into her tent and asked what I wished for, and I wished for just intelligence. And
Understandable.
In the process, I had to repay a favor. And this would be the favor of that.
It seems kind of ironic that you asked for intelligence. And now we
Listen
didn't
here,
know
bird
that this
brain.
lady turned out to be evil.
Listen here, bird brain.
Oh, okay.
That's racist.
Racist.
If I knew it would turn into this, I would not have taken it. But I'm trying to fix that, so I feel we can move past this and try to hunt down this lady at some point and keep her from opening.
I do
Okay,
think
so-
forgiveness among friends is very, very important. Absolutely. Right, Anna?
Yeah, we'll discuss that later. So, I'm gonna see if Chill can maybe detect where she might have gone based on smell.
Well, as you guys are having this conversation, because you were looking so quickly, you missed it. At the back of the tent, there is a line, and it looks as though she cut a slit and exited out the back.
Okay, we're gonna see if we can maybe follow her.
Squeak, squeak, or Chill, maybe?
Yeah, both of them.
Okay.
There's plenty of stuff to smell in the room to make sure that they do get her scent.
Sure. Make a perception check with advantage for Chill, so to see if you can pick up the scent.
Squeak Squeak has passive perception of 10.
I'm sorry, Beowulf, but your racism is illogical.
I'm trying to remember lines from the show, and I can't. I'm drawing a blank.
Damn it, Spock.
Yeah.
I'm a warlock. Not an investigator.
Not a social justice warrior.
So that last perception was Chill.
Yep. He picks up pretty easy on the scent. You guys can follow it if you wish.
I am down to stop this before it becomes a further issue.
Let's go.
Okay. She'll lead you guys through, out the back, back the way you came through the bazaar. And he seems very intent on knowing exactly where he's going. He weaves around a couple of people and you guys follow him. And he leads you to a what looks like a young girl, teenage. She has long blonde hair. She has blue eyes, pretty complexion, and she is standing in front of an apple cart, picking apples and putting them into her basket. And Chill runs right up to her.
Burn her!
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes?
Can we have a word with you for a minute?
Why, this is most irregular.
It'll only be a moment.
What is it? She stands her ground, continues to pick apples.
Is there any kind of alleyway or anything around that more discreet place?
It's pretty open right now. People kind of bustling about. This is just one shop of many. You'd have to kind of go to the edge to kind of get in more of a not open location.
Man, we wouldn't take much of your time. We just need you to come with us for just a moment.
I'm quite content standing right here.
Man, we're the Guardians of Parna. We just need to ask you a few questions.
You can ask your questions right here.
Beowulf's gonna use dispel magic.
Okay. On the lady?
On the lady.
Okay. As you cast Dispel Magic, the form fades, and you see before you this ugly creature. It is not Old Ethel. However, this creature has a hunch. Her face is somewhat disfigured. Her skin is like a grayish blue. She has sticks coming out of her back, and hunched over, she immediately drops the basket of apples. Look what you've done! You've unmasked me, and now here in front of everyone you'll have to pay.
Beowulf.
I was just wondering if we should maybe call the guards and make this official.
Yeah, I was gonna say Beowulf's gonna yell out for everybody to get back, as well as try to draw the attention of some guards as well.
Rather than the Guardians of Parna continuing to kill people randomly in the streets.
That is not a person.
Go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh, sorry. I didn't click my token.
Come on, Boom, get your act together. You know how to D&D.
What are you talking about?
He's talking to Gabby.
I'm talking to Boom,
Boom.
not some dinosaur person.
What about what? Oh.
Shut up. Find me the page number. Her-der-der.
Her-der-der?
Her-der-der.
How to do this?
More
You
like nuts.
dingle. Nuts.
Oh my gosh.
Chad
All right,
takes
give
his
me-
helmet off.
Understandable. I'll allow it.
Is that as a free action?
At some point, Anna is totally going to rub her nose off. That's just going to happen because my nose just keeps itching.
What material is the helmet made out of, Wade?
High grade titanium,
Tartar sauce.
military grade.
It looks very
cheap
rigid.
plastic.
You guys want to put yourselves in relation to the lady where you would be, and
Where's she standing?
I'm gonna put her on the map.
Oh, hey.
Get out of here, X.
Our friend came and helped.
It was X the whole time.
Wait, where's the lady?
That's why the people
just
are
a second,
after
just a second.
him.
It's X's grandma. Or Zan's grandma.
Oh, so you're gonna kill another one of my family members? You
I was
animal!
just thinking that.
Didn't do it.
She wanted my feet.
That's the outro right there. She
To
wanted
be
my
fair,
feet.
she said Raven's talons,
Kenku, yeah.
not Kenku talons. Gosh, Gabby, not all
There's a
birds are the
long
same.
line of interesting family dynamics.
What is that?
That is
It's your
and
girlfriend, man.
that is the Annis hag that you picked a fight with.
Oh,
When
what?
Chitter sees it, he
Oh,
just
it's
goes,
not a
"Pagah!"
token.
I tried to make it a token and it didn't work. So in
It's all-
time, I'm just gonna put that up there.
Well, we love you for what you did. You're aces in my book, kiddo.
Thanks, buddy. Okay. Let me. Sorry, I'm taking time here. Here we go.
I'm pretty
Yes.
sure he was talking to Boom. Don't.
Oh my gosh. Wasn't hoping to. Identity theft is a real crime. Millions of people lose their identities every single day.
Can you prove that you're Boom to Bob? Because right now you don't really look like Boom to
I
Bob.
mean, he had a card that said boom. It's like, I mean, that's boom to buy.
Right now, you kind of look like an alligator dragon.
Keep on talking, guys.
Is your brother's name Puff?
I think you look great, Boom.
Thanks.
No, the other guy.
Thank you.
Okay.
TPK
Cool.
incoming?
We'll see, won't we?
Partial.
Now we're not all there.
Rocks fall, we die.
She gets to go first. So you see that she has these huge claws. Her back is huge. She got these twigs all around her, and she is just a hideous sight. And she is actually like a large creature. So while you had this medium-sized girl, she's now like giant. Not quite giant, but she, with Chill being the immediate threat, she is going to make a multi-attack on him. So that's a 25 to hit. He takes 15 points of piercing damage. That's a 19 to hit for the claw. Okay. He takes another 15 points of slashing damage. And then a natural 1. So she reaches down to bite Chill, and he winces in pain, and then she takes her claw and scratches him up the back, and he just looks really hurt. And then she goes to take her last swipe and completely whiffs over his head. But it is now your turn.
All right, and so this is my first time using my poison arrows. Thank you, Zinies. So I'm going to do. I'm not sure how to do that. I guess I roll the arrow poison is in my attack stuff. So do I roll that after we determine if it hits?
Yeah, essentially do the arrow attack. Do you already have them dipped, or is it something where you have to dip it?
I thought we already dipped them before when we got it.
Okay.
Oh,
Then
but that's right, because it lasts an hour, I think.
right. So you have to basically have to.
So you wouldn't have done that. All right. So what does that mean?
But I'll allow you a bonus action to dip it and then still take a shot. So you can dip it and still apply it. That hits.
Okay, so I'll do the initial damage and then I'll do the poison.
Yeah, then just tell me what the poison does because I don't remember.
Okay, so I'm reading the thing. It does acid and poison damage.
On a successful attack, determine the region hit by the attack and roll a DC 18 con saving throw. On a successful save, the creature takes 46 acid damage and 46 poison damage, and rolls a DC 14 Constitution saving throw to resist poison after effects. On a failed save, the creature takes 8d6 poison and 8d6 acid, and must make a DC 18 con saving throw to resist the targeted region becoming numbed. With effects such as legs, the movement speed is halved, attacks and spells disadvantage. Torso attacks against you are made with advantage. Head, you are vulnerable against the first attack you take each round.
Okay, so the first part of that is a con save, correct?
Correct. DC 18.
Okay.
Okay,
One-
first of
one
all,
person.
lawyered. Second of all, did I say thank you, Zinies? Thank you.
Where
I
is
could-
this at?
I couldn't remember all it did, but yeah, you bought a pretty good poison. Okay, well, she's got a 15 on her con save.
All right, so she failed the save, so she takes 8d6 poison and 8d6 acid damage.
So you may roll those. You might just
So roll 8d6.
I just like that I forgot how OP that poison was. I love it. Okay, roll another 8d6.
So it's 21 poison damage, 34 acid damage.
Yeah. So 55.
Oh, don't forget
Then-
the initial 5 damage.
And I already had that. Thank you.
Then just to make another DC 18 con save.
13 plus 5, 18.
So she makes it, so then we don't have to worry about the effects then.
Okay. But that's just the initial.
Yeah, the first 18 con save was for the damage, the second one was for the effects.
Oh, jeez.
So she saved against the effects, but not the damage.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, go for it.
Okay, and then in addition, Jill gets a reaction.
To
To my attack.
okay.
Does a 15 hit?
No.
Okay, then.
And did I ever thank you for coming along?
You just
Yeah, imagine what would have happened.
All right, Bear, you're up, buddy.
Is there a way for me to angle my cone attack above Chilled so he doesn't get affected, or there's no way to?
You'll have to move because she's well, as big as she is, you could probably make it so she still gets hit and Chill doesn't.
Okay, because the cone's 60 foot, so.
Oh geez, if you do a 60-foot cone of anything right now, you're gonna hit passerbys.
Okay, that was going to be my follow-up question. Is like, if the people have moved out of the way, are they still in the way?
I mean, you
There's-
saved them from a dragon. I mean,
This is happening. This is happening very quickly, so they haven't really reacted or left. So yeah, you're gonna hit people and probably kill them.
To be safe, then Barrel's going to use 2 Eldritch Blasts.
Okay. As Inna pulls back on her bow, dips it in poison, pulls back on her bow, you watch as it goes straight into the heart of this hag, and she just winces the most, letting out the grossest and nastiest of shrieks. And then
Wasn't
you,
nasty enough. Can you do it again?
and then you hit her with your 2 Eldritch Blasts. That's a miss. That'll hit. How do you want to do this?
Barof's gonna yell, "This is for Titania," and then just blast her.
You blast her, and she's pushed back 10 feet into the structure that was behind her. You hear the of her back as it goes against the wood, and she lays there lifeless. The townspeople are standing in awe of what just occurred.
Don't worry, everybody, it's safe now.
Okay, so hang on just a second, table talk. A while back, Satine asked what we wanted to call ourselves, and I've been thinking on that, and I think that the name, the Guardians of Parna, has started coming back into people's awareness that it had gone away because there hadn't been Guardians for so long. And my opinion is I would like to maintain Guardians of Parna, but I'd like to add something to the end of it to signify us, so that, 500 years from now, when they talk about how awesome we were, they're really clear about which Guardians we were. But I don't know what to add to the end.
We could put an adjective on the front. The awesome Guardians of Parna. Stuff like that.
Guardians of Parna, the new generation.
Next generation.
Next generation. That's
TNG.
Guardians of Parna Dragon Slayers.
Well, is it because you want to announce it now? To the
Yes,
crowd?
that's exactly why.
Well, in that case, it would be you, Shitter, and Beowulf coming up with the name, because the rest of us aren't there, so it's up to you guys.
Yeah, you guys didn't kill a witch thing.
No, we killed a dragon, though.
Neither did I, but
Yeah, how'd you kill that dragon?
climbed on its back.
I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure it was great.
With a blight spell.
As you guys immediately do that, everyone is like looking at you. The guards are starting to rush into the bazaar, just unaware that the combat has happened so quickly.
Barof's just gonna say, "For Parna!" and then start chanting Parna.
You hear the faint distant Parna, Parna, Parna. The guards do not react the same, but they come straight up to you. What's the meaning of this?
Well, that's a monster, and it's dead.
We've saved Parna yet again.
Oh, what? Where did this come from?
How many guards are there?
There are 3.
He points at one of the other guards and says, "It's his mom."
That's not very nice. I'm gonna.
We're supposed to have a good reputation.
He starts to run off.
Yeah, I pointed Beowulf and I say, yeah, he's the funny one.
How did they get into the city?
Oh, it's been here a while. She was
It was
disguised.
disguised.
If you're familiar with old Ethel and her tent, a street or 2 over, that was her.
I have never seen the like.
Well, you don't have to worry about her anymore.
Yep, the Guardians of Parna are here, baby.
Very well. Deal with this, can you?
Are you wanting us to dispose of the body? Is that what you're asking?
Right.
We don't really do that.
No, we had a pit once, but it's
Well,
full.
Yeah, there is a pit out back
No!
behind.
Pop, 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 pop.
What? There's a
In a
what?
different city.
I said my pits. They're kind of sweaty right now. It's really hot at this time of year.
So he
You
doesn't
take-
want to get sweatier.
Take
Yeah.
a bath, you animal. No
It's a
offense.
swamp pit.
Thank you. We tell him that all the time.
I find it kind of offensive.
I said no offense.
That fixes everything. Always.
Well, I hope you have a good day, sir.
Not my city. Not
I
my
recommend
movies.
using a wagon. Good luck.
Or
Have an
fire.
apple as you go.
There's fire. Fire is a good disposable unit.
Very efficient. Requires no muscles at all.
Might just need to pry him from that structure, though. Just like get a horse and carriage and pull him.
Fine. Go on.
Hey guys, do you want to head back to her tent?
Yeah,
Her tent? Sure.
sure.
Okay. Do you guys just leave the body that is wrecked? This
Okay, wait.
This guy's apple tent is wrecked. You guys
Dude.
just leave?
Can I loot the corpse? Because if they're walking away back to the tent, I didn't do anything anyway.
You want to check the corpse?
That's a good.
Yeah, I do.
All right.
I take out a little piece of paper and I write Guardians of Parna did, save Parna again.
Calling
and
card?
Calling card on her body.
Okay. Roll an investigation check, Chitter. To like
25,
nice.
natural 20.
So
Better
you
find
like
that orb.
you like pilfer the body before the guards take it away. You find 8 total fingers, 4 of which are small and
Like off of like her fingers, or like she had fingers on her person.
These are like person flesh-colored fingers.
Those were her snacks.
Oh,
You do find
fingers.
she did have a few teeth on her, like human teeth.
Great, I can build a person.
You find some like sticks and twigs and leaves, and then you find these 2 metal $50 size tokens. The Beowulf had one of them. You find 2 of those, and then you also find oh, that's it. Sorry.
I asked Beowulf if these are what grants him the wish.
The tokens, no. If there's a crystal ball, yes. Other than that, can I see the? May I have those tokens? Because I may need to give those to my Patreon to let her know this is what allowed communications between one of the Queen of Air and Darkness's followers.
I bite the token to investigate it.
It seems solid metal. Tastes like iron.
Didn't bend.
No.
I hand them over.
I'll take them.
Okay. So
I
I
got
got 2
strange coins.
2 iron tokens. Yeah.
It's your third.
No, because she took the one I left on the table, so
Oh yeah.
I have 2.
I legit cannot stop watching Gabby's cam.
Eating is hard.
It's like
You
a cross
guys-
between Boom and Mario.
Yeah.
It's a me, boom.
How do you want to do this? Anywho, you guys head back to the tent with Inna. Where are you looking for?
I'm gonna try to find that orb.
Okay.
We're just looting. We're looking at everything.
Roll investigation checks to turn the place over.
Oh, I want Squeak to search too.
Okay.
Sniff around.
You find 2 daggers that were under the table. They seem pretty normal, but as anything ever went wrong, it seems like she had something to just kind of. And then you find the 2 stools. You find the trunk. As you sift through the trunk, just bones, 2 skulls, and just a bunch of bones of all different shapes and sizes. There is no sign of this orb.
Well, I have no use for the things here, especially these bones and skulls.
Do you think somehow it's hidden here?
If it is, the only way to tell is with a detect magic spell, and I don't have that at this time.
Does Zan have that?
Possibly. Him or Zines.
Or Ziny. So maybe one of us needs to stay here just to make sure nothing goes away and maybe bring them.
That's possible. How far is the Temple of Vorhu from here?
Not too far.
If you had to put it in terms of feet.
What
And Chill moves at 40, so he moves faster
Door?
than any of us, so he could go.
are you trying to dimension door there?
Yeah.
It is beyond dimension door.
If I use 2-dimension doors, like as in increments at the maximum range, would I be able to
Yeah.
get there faster? I mean, it would reduce the time a lot.
It's gonna be faster than walking, yeah.
I think I would go ahead and do that then, and try to get Zines or Zan to hurry up and get them back over here.
Okay.
Chances are we're probably going to bring all of them because they'll want to stay together.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're gonna dimension door essentially to the temple just to bring everyone back.
Yeah, like just jump.
Okay. What have Chad, Sand Falcon, and Zines been doing? We'll say, I mean, in that amount of time, you guys are probably getting. If you didn't stop anywhere, you're probably getting to the temple actually, because that didn't take very long. So you guys show up then, and Beowulf is waiting for you. Surprisingly,
Guys.
thought you were going to see your old lady.
Yeah, no, that just happened. I need who knows detect magic? Nobody here knows detect magic.
Zines does.
Zines, I'm gonna need you to come back with me to this tent real quick. I have to spell too.
Don't let him charge your rod sneaking off to that tent with him. That kind of sounds shady.
Then you quit it with the innuendos.
So Dispel Magic would also possibly reveal it too, right?
I think if it'd be hidden, if it would be hidden behind some magical concealment, yeah, but I don't think I'd be able to detect it to where the area it's located.
Speaking of Dispel Magic, what level was the hag's polymorph or whatever she was using to be a changeling?
it was level 1.
That's what she gets.
Just say I automatically cast at a 4th level anyway, so it wouldn't matter.
Disguise self is a level 1 spell.
Okay.
Oh, that's what she was using. I didn't know. And all those hags.
But you got Zan and Chad. You're more than welcome to come back with us. But we had a ordeal with a creature.
What did you do now?
Well, what had happened was, back when you guys went to the tomb of insert name, I cannot remember the tomb you guys left me.
Naven.
Naven. I walked across. I found this woman's tent, and she welcomed me in and asked me if I wanted to make a wish. I wished for intelligence. In return, I had to do a favor for her when she called upon me. So when I went to visit her just now, she asked me for the blood of the innocent, raven's feet, and bones. And I said no. And that's where stuff got a little crazy.
Wait. You said that when you were left behind, you stumbled upon some random old lady in some random tent that she invited you in, and you just walked right in wishing for intelligence. Wow, that's ironic.
It sounds like he needs some.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I'll never put a knife in somebody's back and go to prison for it, so that's just me.
I did knife him in the back. What happened was,
What I'd just like to bring up is that we didn't leave you. You chose not to go.
That's
It's besides the
understandable.
point.
That's beside the point. I still need somebody to come with me to use detect magic to find this lady's orb, because it contained wishes, and
You guys hold grudges.
need
You
it.
should really just let those go.
we need to get that out of the way so nobody gets a held of that.
oh, you better go find Zinies then.
Chinese is right in front of you, but
Zinies.
She must be in a trance or something. She's not moving.
Deep meditation. Try to tickle her nose when she's in meditation, see if that helps.
She stares off for a second. Stop that!
Try to pick her pocket.
I'm not doing that.
She's not gonna let you do that.
What's the worst that can happen? You
She's
kill
asleep.
a couple owlbears.
It's all circular today, isn't it?
It seems to be so, yeah.
There's some stuff that are still being held on to.
No, I don't care.
Beowulf is basically asking if you will go with him to use detect magic.
Did it for Zinies.
I don't know, the magical discoveries of what the heck's in this tent.
Yeah, I'll go with him. Just give him shit.
All right, Zan, Chad, you guys going?
No. I'm gonna go find Tom. I gotta talk to him.
I am on guard duty, so although he's conflicted about going with Zinies versus Zanfalcon, Zanfalcon's the one that needs protecting, and Zinies can protect herself.
Okay. All right, so you guys take off back towards the tent. You can easily find Tom Zanfalcon. He is in the main study. He is poring over a good book.
I'll just be discussing things with him. You can go ahead with what they find or don't find in the tent.
You guys get back to the tent, and Chitter and Enna have upended the whole thing and started there's bones everywhere, and they started taking off one of the table legs. This place is just like a wreck now, just trying to find this orb.
I wonder what Zinies' reaction would be to see Chitter and Enna standing over a pile of bones.
When they walk in, I'm like, oh, that was delicious.
Or it must be Tuesday.
Everything Anna searches, she puts outside of the tent after she searched to be very organized.
Okay.
Zinies, we need you to use detect magic to look for a magical orb.
Give me just a second. Do you know what this orb looks like? Description of it?
Can Beowulf relay what he remembers about the orb to?
Yeah. It was crystal ball size. I don't remember how I described it, but before and after the wish was given, it was black. So
Okay, then instead of casting Detect Magic, I would like to cast Locate Object.
okay, what is the radius on that?
Within 1,000 feet of me.
You concentrate and focus. You do not sense this object within 1,000 feet of you.
Okay, well, it's not anywhere within 1,000 feet of us. So, this orb's not here.
Okay, then.
Well, this could be potentially bad in the future, but for now, we may just need to go back to the temple.
And Zinies, you're the reason we killed her so fast because of the poison arrows. It was awesome. You should have seen it. It was awesome.
What'd you kill?
We
The
could-
hag that was in this tent.
Oh, that's cool.
It was. Guardians of Parna. Woo!
It was some guard's mother, but it's okay.
I helped.
So, back to the temple?
Yep. Sorry to bring you out here, Zinies.
That's
Well,
fine.
it was needed.
Yeah.
You can make it up to me later.
All right, you guys all reconvene at the temple. Zan seems to be having a conversation, and Chad is eagerly keeping an eye out.
Is he like one of those British guards that stand at the palace that don't make like facial expressions or anything?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm in guard mode. It's my default.
We're back.
When Zinnies gets back to the temple, she's going to go back to her room.
Okay.
Actually, Beowulf will go back to his room too, because he's going to want to contact his Patreon to let her know the deed is done, and also to try and give over the strange coins that he gathered.
Okay. Does anyone else have anything else they'd like to accomplish?
When Zinnies gets to her room, she's going to just light some incense and then just kind of meditate.
Okay.
I'll seek out Satine.
Okay. Do you find him where the prisoner was being kept? He is in one of the front pews, seems to be praying.
I'll walk up to the front pew and kneel and pray next to him. For as long as it takes until he's finished.
About 10-15 minutes pass, and he finds a good moment to ask what you need.
I'll ask him the same question I asked Tom.
Why would you not feel comfortable doing such?
I think it would be better from you.
I do already have a portion in the service that I am doing.
Could you find the time to do this favor for me?
If it is your wish, yes.
It is.
Then I will do it for you.
Thank you, Satine. I kind of bow and head back to my room.
Okay. Beowulf, you get to your room and you set up your ritual to contact the queen, and you do such. The portal opens.
Titania.
You don't hear anything, but you do sense that she is listening.
I've done as you ask, and I have severed the link between the Queen of Air and Darkness, your sister, and the material world. In the process, I obtained these two strange coins that they used in terms of communication, and he tries to put them through the portal.
Instead of going through the portal, as some things do, they hit and immediately dissolve, as almost hitting a pool of acid, and they are no longer.
I just wanted to let you know that the favor has been repaid.
You hear, not emanating quite from the portal, but in the back of your head, you sense just the feeling that she brings, the safety, the power that your queen grants to you, and you feel her whisper, "It is not done. The link is still there."
Where? Can you tell me where I should be looking?
That was only one. There are many, many more.
How much is many?
Specifically, I sense two working with the one that you killed.
I will be on the lookout.
No response.
I thank you for your powers again, Titania. I will look at for these other 2 links in the city of Parna.
You feel a reassurance, and the portal closes.
All right. I think Bear well, what time is it?
I mean, you guys have time in the day to kill if you had anything you wanted to do. If you didn't, we were going to say dinner and wake you up the next day.
Yeah, I was going to say Barrel's either going to go eat dinner or see what Chitter's doing.
Just hanging out, man.
Dinner it is then.
Chad's gonna polish his armor.
The new armor?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll go to dinner with Bear.
As you polish your armor, you notice that as you've looked at it, you now take in the beauty that it is. There are different kind of runes engraved on it that you believe probably would grant you the things that you know this armor does. But you find some missing spaces, mostly on the back and some on the bottom of the front, as though perhaps they could be filled. But you don't really know much about that. Just as you polish, you think about it. What did you say, Gabby?
I was just gonna go to dinner with Bear.
You can do so. There is a plethora of meat, as they did not serve any at the breakfast. There is chicken and wine, and they have a bunch of fresh vegetables, and it is all cooked and tastes delicious.
I was going to ask the same thing, X.
Great minds think.
I can eat chicken, so yes.
Chickens are savage. They'll eat about anything.
Zinese will, once she's done meditating, she will go down to dinner and grab a plate for Chad and come find Chad and eat with Chad. As best friends do.
Zen Velgan will grab a plate and then go find Tom and sit down and eat with Tom, as best friends do.
Anna, do you want to come eat with Chitter and I?
Absolutely.
We're the monster hunters, after all, of the group.
Yeah, we are.
Wow, they kill one little bitty hag and we kill a dragon, you know?
You're just mad because you got beat up by the dragon.
You chop down one tree and you're a monster hunter.
I'd like to see you tank that dragon.
I did. I died.
I didn't.
If no one has anything else they want to do,
I will say that before Zen goes to sleep, he'll in his room go into like a deep meditation prayer to Rivorhu.
Ooh, I want to ask Satine something.
okay.
He'll seek him out.
You can find him. He does have papers and books in front of him at this time. Seems to be preparing for tomorrow.
Satine, could I speak with you?
Yes, Chitter?
I think as adventurers and guardians and things, we don't have a lot of nice things that we could maybe wear tomorrow. Is there anything the temple could provide for us?
We do have robes that we all wear that would be suitable for such an occasion if you would wish.
I would, and I'll mention it to the others, so if one could at least be prepared for me.
It can be done quite quickly and quite well.
Thank you, that's all.
He goes back to his studying.
I'll go mention it to the others, just briefly.
I think Barrel would want the same thing done.
Chad is going to wear armor because he was a warrior.
Zinnias will just she'll take some of the burnt incense ash and kind of do the markings of for people when they would have the funeral ceremonies when people are returned to the earth, as the druids would, and then kind of mark her face and her arms and stuff with it.
Anna's not religious at all. She does agree with wearing the robe just for a more somber look and a respectful look. So,
If it, well, I guess the group's not together, but it'd look best if we're like a unified appearance in front of the town or city.
We do have our brooches.
Yeah, we can all wear those.
we can super glue Chad's onto his armor.
That works.
I can like produce flame and just kind of like melt it onto his armor.
I'm
I
okay
don't-
without it. That's fine.
I got some gum.
I don't think the god of the armor would like that much, Zinies.
Stick it on his hat.
Okay,
Zan, you up for wearing a robe tomorrow, or?
everybody can just stop trying to dress me right now.
Sure, I'll match. As long as I can wear a poofy hat with a feather.
Okay.
Go for it.
Zinies and Chad are gonna look like idiots.
And then the next dragon comes down and you're all wearing a robe.
That's mine.
I didn't say what I was wearing underneath the robe.
Yeah, you can
But if
have
you want to reach up underneath and find out, I'll let you.
I reach
Debbie,
up-
you're supposed to face plant right here. You're supposed to like face palm.
I reach up to try to find out what Zan's wearing under his robe.
I'm not wearing the robe now. Whoa,
Okay,
little hamsy there, Chad.
I'll wait till I'm at the funeral.
Oh, that would make it so much.
Chad doesn't know the definition of personal space.
Who could be grieving in such a state?
All right, well, if you're done for the day,
I was gonna say it's grieving, not grabbing.
Not groping.
Yeah, not groping. That works too.
oh geez. Well, you guys fall asleep then in your appropriate places. Hit points restored. Half your hit dice returned, full spells, and you wake up ready to attend the funeral that you have been instructed. You were told the time, you're told the place, the royal burial ground, which isn't far. So as you wake up, you find that the temple, some are preparing, some are. It is just a somber mood, it seems, as most know what is going on. And you guys find your breakfast and you don your robes, and you notice that it is just a dreary day. It's raining.
Pardon me. I realized I hadn't hit enter, so please check your whisper. Make sure that that doesn't interfere with what we were doing, like last night. Danky.
It impedes nothing. You feel the same when you wake up, though.
All right, thank you.
So is your guys' first thing on the docket of the day to go to the funeral then?
So, are we all gonna like meet and maybe have breakfast first?
I'm kind of assuming that you're doing that now, and that's usually when you plan your day. So yeah.
Okay. I asked the rest of the group, while we've been back in town and doing stuff, has anybody else noticed any of the temple people that we don't recognize?
Satine had said everybody was accounted for. There was no extra bodies or anything.
Well, last time I heard, it was locked down and confirmed that they didn't have anybody. So I haven't seen anybody I didn't know.
Yeah, I don't think Bears knows anybody.
Okay, I was just curious.
So you guys ready to go?
I
Okay.
charge the funeral.
Led by Chad, you guys hastily make your way through the temple district towards the northeast burial grounds. The royal burial ground is found inside the city, east on the hill with the temple district. As you get there and the rain is coming down lightly, gathered is a large crowd, and they're all outside of the gates. Many are wearing long, heavy robes. There just seems to be a calm presence around everyone. There are also a number of city guards that you notice, some from the Tower District, some normal city guards, and then some you don't recognize. But they all seem that security has been heightened for this event. You are quickly, though, granted access, and you make your way to a small group that is gathered in the back. Upon arriving, you see gathered all the members of the council, along with Tokar Wallow, about a dozen guards keeping a small perimeter. There also appear to be temple representatives there, Satine, and two others that you do not recognize.
I think knowing that it's going to be a large gathering and the assassins may knowing Zan's family or extended family, Barrel's going to try to look through the crowd to see if there's any suspicious people.
Make a perception check.
Boy, this is going on. Zan's going to be looking around to see if he sees his mom.
Make a perception check. So you guys waded basically through the crowd of people. You got to the gates. The guards let you in. Not everyone was allowed in. So it's a small group having a small private funeral. A lot of people have just shown up to pay the respects. It doesn't look like they will be granted access into the burial grounds at this time. So you do... There are a lot of people there, and so you kind of look around before you guys go in. You can't really discern if there's anyone there to kill you or not. Zan, as you scan, you see Zavfire, you see Una, you see, the general, you see Belgrator, you see even the sovereign himself with a small entourage. But your mother does not seem to be present.
Zan kind of looks down, kind of crestfallen, morose, kind of just trudging along now. He was really hoping to see that side of the family represented. Gabby, wiggle your nose again.
So as it seems everyone has gathered as you guys arrive, Ziny, as you kind of check to make sure that doing this will not, be taken as offensive. And it seems that everyone is in agreement that it would make the day better. So you go ahead and you cast daylight so that it is brighter. The rain still falls, but it just doesn't seem as gloomy now. So as you guys start to settle in, the Tokar takes almost the stage. Tokar Wallow, as he is the only one present. Davward Songsteel was known as an outgoing fellow. He always put the needs of others before himself, and this is ultimately what cost him his life when he was taken by Tractyl the Dragon. If it were not for these guardians, the dragon would still be a threat to us and our great city. It is with great sorrow that we lay to rest this hero, and we will always remember his sacrifice. At this time, does anyone have anything else that they would like to say? After a bit of silence, Kruros, the elf from Dewhurst, not Savin, but he was very quiet at the meeting. He steps up, says, and now, I have a letter from Anis Curlew Pegason, who is sister to Davward. He takes out this small piece of paper.
As he does that, I'm going to cast Control Water and redirect water so that it's not hitting him while he speaks.
Okay.
Just so that he's dry while he's making this speech.
It is with great regret that I cannot witness the passing and burial of my brother. I hold dear the times he was the head of the household, brought us up very well. I do wish that I had told him how brave I thought he was, and how leading a town sounded so wonderful. It is my hope that his name, the Songsteel name, will live on forever, and through the years as a hero and not as a martyr. He folds up the paper and he walks it to you, Zan Falcon, and hands it to you and takes his place next to the council members.
As he does, I kind of bow my head at him, tears pouring, and cup the piece of paper and just make it disappear. Can I insight said paper to make sure it's my mom's handwriting?
Sure. You, as the speaking continues, and Satine steps up. It does have the family crest at the bottom. It is signet, but it does appear to be her handwriting, and it is an actual letter.
Okay, good. Well, that means my mom might be still alive.
And I'll keep the concentration on that redirecting water until who's ever done speaking. Well, it lasts for 10 minutes, so for as long as I can, I will keep the water off of the speakers.
Sure.
So we know that that this guy was Zan's cousin, right? Because we've heard him say that.
He's my uncle, I believe.
Uncle.
Okay. But we don't know anything about Zan expecting to see his mom here and that she's not here, and we don't know any of that, right?
Unless he shared it with you, you would have no idea.
I mean, I can retcon, and I would assume with all our close-knit relationships that we have within, each other, that this would be something that would be weighing heavy on Zan, and he would feel, obligated and obliged to let everybody else know what's going on, and the fears of Zan as far as these people looking for him, and his dad popping into town at one time, and all the stuff that goes down at the docks. But some odd reason his mom doesn't make it for the funeral of his brother, even though they're wealthy enough to easily make the trip. That kind of makes Zan extra paranoid. So yeah.
All right, so I'll lean over to Zan and say, do you have any idea why your mom's not here?
I'll just gently shake my head, still little tears rolling down.
So Satine steps up, and he does have a piece of paper that has been written for him, I would assume.
I think I can write now.
You can find, Tom can even do it, but you can find ways to get it to him because he can.
Yeah, I scribed it to Tom.
There you go. Perfect. So Satine steps up. There is a lament I would like to read, written for these course of events. Please bear with me and listen. This is Lament of the Fallen. Answer me, Rivorhu, O God of Thelendra. Give us relief from our dread, remove our sorrow from grieving our dead. Hear this prayer. How long shall our hearts bleed and tears flood the solemn streets? Mourners have heaven at capacity, though many more pour in. Thy God watching the ebb and flow of man, and his kingdom lend an ear to your guardians. Hear my plea with care. Knowing that my course is true and my faith is grown, these are my words that tickle thine ears for Rivorhu. Tremble not, for the might of the dragon has waned. Those that fled, and let innocent die, may their spectres haunt your days. Fear of these haunting may move some to compassion, but those that move falsely shall be tormented worse of all. Though freedom may be found within the city, go to the temple and offer up to Revorhu and pray for forgiveness. Pray asking, shall we be free from our sin? Shall we grow old and be tormented not? Fill their hearts and minds and soul with clarity and comfort in this trying time. In my silence, I still pray, my winds carry my praise, forevermore for you and remembrance of the fallen. He steps back with the other representatives, and unless any of you have anything to say, Tokarwala will step forward again. We would also remember the brave fighter, Ackland, who gave his life for the city and the safety of all here. If there are no other words, Davward will be taken into the ground and his spirit released.
As he does that, Zynes will just quietly whisper to herself, like the druid prayer, just to herself, in druidic, I should say.
Yeah. You feel, Bearwolf, that this is a good time, and as you guys watch, the three acolytes take turns saying silent prayers. They each have a censer with them that they light incense, and they lay on the ground. The incense smells of wood and earthy smells. They each ask for their respective god, Revorhu, Tavaret, and Pavaret, to find a place somewhere for Davward. This takes about 15 minutes, and Bearwolf, you find it is still a good time as everyone is in their meditative states. You let off 21 Eldritch Blasts, which the first couple take people by surprise, but they find that you are doing it not to be obnoxious, but to serve as memory, and you let them off as they finish. Eventually, everything draws to a close, and people start to either remain out of reverence or they slowly walk away in silence.
And of course, by this time, the spell has faded.
Mm-hmm.
It's raining everywhere again, guys. I'm not crying, you're crying!
Just sweat through my eyes, man.
How did my armor look?
Fantastic.
Shiny?
Very.
Good.
They catch a gleam of the daylight off of it.
Might rust though, watch out.
Man, Bear, you sweat everywhere.
Yes. Really need to invent something to keep my pits from sweating.
And I wasn't calling you a man bear.
Why? Just sweat. It's natural.
So you guys are free to remain, to leave, but there is just a solemn silence as conversations with anyone would be taken outside of the burial grounds.
I wait till everyone leaves, and then I silently acknowledge both Ackland and Davward.
I'll say a prayer to Revorhu for comfort for their families.
Knowing, I was gonna say, just knowing that Zan is still possibly a target after she said her prayers, she just kind of like shadow Zan.
I think Bear would stick with Zan, but also wish for Titania to see that their spirits would be okay. Titania.
No, I'll thank our companions here on their support through all this, and also tell them that we still need to be vigilant, because there's no telling who may be out beside the burial grounds. They may use this as an attack of opportunity.
So Zan, I was thinking the temple is on alert about these guys, but the guards in the town is not. Maybe we should.
Shall we talk to the Tokars that are here?
Both the Tokars and the whoever is are they the main head of the guards?
I would assume so. One's the Tokar of War? No.
Military.
Military.
Raspusa is the top of that chain, yeah.
But he wasn't here, right?
Correct.
Oh, I thought all three were there.
No, just Wallow.
Did
Well,
we
we
have
should at
any,
least talk to the other two.
Did we have anybody representing Dewhurst from the Council of Philandria?
Yeah, Crew, his name.
The first one who spoke.
He read the letter from your mom.
Yeah. I don't know why he's not in my notes. Oh, there he is. Never mind. Can I seek him out? Is he still around?
You can. Are you guys still staying at the burial, or are you gonna leave? Because when you're ready to leave, you have a few guards that are going to escort you out past the crowd.
Just stick with Zan for now.
Yeah, if he's still in the burial area, then obviously I want to speak to him real quick.
Okay. You can certainly do so.
I'll ask him if he knows of any possible disturbances with my family, with the Pegasus brand, with any of their comings and goings, any of the business, and also alert him that there are people trying to acquire me to force me back to Dewhurst.
The bishops and I are under no such plots. We know of none. Is there a disturbance issue?
I believe so. Have you ever heard of the Shadow Hand?
I have not. Certain whispers have come to my ears, but no proof has ever come to my eyes.
Things are moving in Dewhurst by the Shadow Hand. They're obviously sticking to the shadows, thus the name. But there's definitely some trouble. Pegasus goods have been stolen and quite a bit, and there's a lot of bookkeeping errors and such. And there's one gentleman by the name of Anton. Don't know a last name, but definitely the guards and merchants there should be aware.
I will take this back to Dewhurst and discuss with the bishops what we believe the best plan for our city will be, and make contact.
If I find my way back in my homeland, I'll say hi. Thank you.
All right.
And then we'll also go to the Tokars and kind of fill them in and see what they have to say. Same thing that I told what's his face.
And tell them to be on alert for missing armor or disguises to disguise as guards or whatever.
Yeah, definitely go into detail of how they infiltrated the temple.
You're going to go tell the other two, or you're going to go tell Wallow?
Well, I'd say we tell the Tokars that are here, and then if we need to go tell Wallow as well. I mean, I think it...
Wallow's the only one here. The rest were back at the temple district.
Yeah. Then we'll tell whomever's here.
Okay. I have not heard of such a thing. It is quite strange. You know, a few months ago, I do remember hearing that name, Anton. But it had nothing to do with the docks.
Right? What did it have to do with?
He's thumbing through his calendar.
There's a bookshop.
A bookshop.
I believe it's one of the only in town. It could be a front, but I, of course, have not checked it out. Perhaps you could go and see.
Indeed. Which bookshop? Will you draw me a map?
Not at this present time.
I thought Boom acquired some new drawing skills recently.
I can send him my tablet I'm not using. He can plug it in and draw a wonderful map. He's so talented.
Boom's a fantastic artist.
I know. He does all the thumbnails and everything. Not the dragon.
Oh my gosh.
Got him.
Love you, Boom.
I know.
Not the dragon.
Pioneers pages.
Pioneers pages. Isn't that where we got the leaflet, the brochure or whatever?
Somebody procured a book.
That was me and you, Beowulf, right?
Yeah. You weren't here, Cooge, but
I know, it was Otto Beowulf.
you've been there, yeah.
Beowulf. Right. I mean, I will, obviously share this information with the group and ask if we should go right now and check them out. Yeah, the rogue warlock or warlock rogue, whatever. Always doing.
I'll tag along with San Falcon.
Yeah, I'd stick with him too.
I'd
Let's do
implore
it.
everybody to come.
So you guys are heading to Pioneers pages to seek out the Shadow Hands.
All the while heading there, I want to be scanning for people on rooftops, people that kind of trying too hard to blend in.
Make a perception check.
Likewise. I want to look to see if, I notice anybody that's, watching Zan a little too closely. Just kidding.
Guard Chad.
I think we're definitely on it.
You do not get the sense you're being followed.
When we get to pages, can I kind of implore everybody to go and see if there's a back door or anything? Kind of scope out the area right around the shop just in case.
Sure. If you're looking for trapdoors.
Trapdoors, people that might be standing somewhere trying to, guard an entryway or exitway.
Make an investigation check.
These rolls.
You guys go around the perimeter of the building before you guys go in. You don't see anybody that seems to be looking out for anything. You don't see a back door. You could easily set up a perimeter. Nobody on roofs, no windows. It's a pretty small little shop front.
I mentioned to the group that maybe because one of their members, because we captured one guy, maybe they're alerted that we were aware of them.
Yes, but do we know if these mercenaries have ties to the Shadow Hand?
That we don't know.
Okay. Well, then I'll put Crazy and Wisp as kind of on guard outside by the door, and then see if I can go into the shop.
The shop is open.
I'll open the door and walk in.
Is anyone else going in?
Yep.
Yes.
I'm going to stay outside.
I will be in between outside and inside.
So in the doorway.
Yes.
I'll stay outside with Anna.
Chad is the new door. Add that to your resume, Chad.
I charge myself.
Okay. You start to kind of hold the door open, and the attendant gruffly close the door.
I'll go up to the attendant and good day, sir.
Kind of looks past you, giving you a weird look, Chad.
Muted.
Muted.
I give him the sup nod.
In or out?
Yes, I am both.
No, pick one.
I stay where I am.
What can I help you with?
Yeah, I'm looking for some language primers. Do you have any books for learning new languages?
Languages would be over on the left.
I'll go over to the left, act like I'm perusing, but also scanning the area.
There is no one else in this bookshop at the current time. There is a extensive language section. There are books of many different languages. There are books on how to speak. There are books on how birds speak. There are books on how animals talk and their dialects. You kind of look through and find, because you're just trying to look like you're looking for a book, you do find, Parna ABCs. But for the most part, looks like a pretty well-to-do bookshop.
I'll try to casually kind of be cool about it, but be like, my dear sir, I'm sorry. You look so familiar. What's your name?
Nathan, and I own this bookshop.
Can I insight check him to see
Sure.
if Nathan is his name?
Sounds like he's given that name before.
Nathan, do you know Anton?
Which one?
You know Anton. He used to work down at the docks.
I don't know any Anton down by the docks.
Kind of whisper to the group. Anton never gave me his last name. What should we do?
Describe him.
I don't have those notes.
Make it up.
Anton, about 5'10", kind of squirrely, missing a tooth.
No, I don't know him.
Well, do you know Anton, the leader of the Shadow Hand? Let's be blunt.
Back up. The Shadow what?
Exactly. The Shadow Hand.
Is that a shop? Is that
I heard it was a really good dance group that may have some affiliation to your bookstore.
I know nothing of this group.
Do I need to re-insight checking?
I'm about to ask to insight him.
If you want to.
Oh, the rolls had to end sometime.
He's hard to read. He seems as though he probably knows, he probably doesn't. You really can't tell.
Nice. Good pun, Boom. Good pun. I'll encourage somebody to walk through and just start randomly pulling books on the bookshelves to see if any open a trap door, or to kind of scan the area to see if there's anything that might seem slightly just a smidge out of place.
I have a giant rat.
I poke the books.
Charge the books.
Pick a couple of books that look like this would trigger a door. You poke it. It moves a little back on the bookshelf. Nothing mechanical seems to be triggered or doesn't
Chad,
do
you're
what you
supposed
were
to
hoping.
pull like a lever, not poke.
I don't know what to do with books.
Anything
I
stand up?
pull different ones like he suggested.
Nathan, is there anything I can help you guys find? You looking for something specific?
Do you have any books on how to read?
Yes, I showed your friend over there.
Chad, there's a Parna ABC book here. Would you like me to get it for you?
Yes, please.
Beowulf yells in, "Is there a book on how to talk to book salesmen?"
I don't know. Would you come in and check?
Do you have any books on the Shadow Hand?
Yeah, do you have any books on the Shadow Hand? Yeah, very nice.
As I'm not sure what that is, no.
And there's nothing about this bookstore that looks not like a bookstore. Nothing that maybe like a dust disturbed in a certain area, like a swinging door or concealment or anything.
Make another perception check. Perception.
I know, I clicked the wrong thing.
He's trying to
Good.
persuade you.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, it's a higher roll.
19. It's got all the walls. So you walk in. To the left, there is just a straight wall to the counter. On the right, it kind of takes a dip, and there are 2 shelves on their own. So there's probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 shelves in this place. It's not huge.
Can you draw it?
Yeah. I guess.
I mean, I'm just having a hard time visualizing this, so I just...
This will not be to scale.
Okay. So, Chad, don't worry.
Door.
That's a nice door.
All right. So you have to show to everyone. So the wall to the right is lined with books. There's books over here. There's books over here. Your guy is here. There's a door behind him. And that's what you got.
Now, did we, when we were on the backside or all sides of this shop, did we see a door, entryway, or exitway that matches the door behind the salesman?
It doesn't go out to the street. They're still building behind him.
Can I test the floor to see if I think that there's something underneath here?
Squeak!
What does that mean?
Stomp around.
Sounds like you jumped up in the air and landed and the floor squeaked.
I landed on a mouse.
Poor Chitter.
Squeak, squeak, okay.
Oh.
Does it sound hollow underneath my boots?
No.
Okay.
Just some creaky floorboards.
I'll take the Parna ABC book up to the guy and start bartering with him on price. And as I'm doing that, I'll kind of whisper to somebody to, like, I'll whisper to Chitter to see if Chitter, if he can sneak behind him and test that door, see where that door leads.
I'm very good at sneaking.
Roll a stealth check.
Can I roll it with my inspiration?
You can add your D12 that you got for dressing like me.
You want me to roll it first?
No,
Or-
you should roll your check first and then see if you want to add a D12 to it.
Oh, I see. What do you guys think?
I would.
I would. He's right there.
So 18. So as you're trying to barter the guy 20 silver pieces.
For this is a children's book. How about 15?
I jump up and down a little bit more to try to distract from the fact that there's a bird going behind him.
Fine. 15. Hey! He turns, because you have to move past him to get to the door, and even with an 18, staff only.
But he works here.
What?
You didn't know?
Other side of the counter.
No, he works here. He's here investigating the sales of the How Birds Talk and Animals Talk books. Seeing what you have in back stock.
Can Beowulf?
Squeak, squeak.
Can Beowulf? Well, everybody, or well, Beowulf knows they're trying to get to the door, right?
Yeah.
Even with standing outside.
Yeah.
He's going to use Dimension Door and say behind the door, so he teleports behind the door.
Okay.
I think with Dimension Door, you have to be able to see where you're going.
Pretty sure you have to have seen. Yes, it's either you can put it up and I can.
Yeah, I'll click it.
Any spot within range. Has to be one you can see, visualize, or can describe by stating distance and direction.
What happens
So-
if he visualizes the door, but being on the other side of the door? So he just teleports to on the other side just by looking at the door.
But if there's something on the other side of the door, you could end up halfway inside of it.
I mean, what happens if Chitter just walks up and tries to open the door? Since it's instant, Beowulf teleports in and shuts the door.
It says right there you can do it. It says, or one you can describe by stating distance and direction.
Yeah, he could basically say, I want to be
1
however
foot
many
on the
feet
other
it
side of
is.
the door.
Yeah.
Right. I
But
want to
you
be
might wanna
50 feet that way from where I am.
50 feet, and then how many feet up in the air or something? I don't want you to be like stuck inside something.
You don't know it's beyond the door.
Exactly.
Beowulf's still going to want to go behind the door.
So you want to go beyond right behind the door.
Yeah, it's like a foot away from behind the door.
And where are you now?
Right outside here.
So you have shut the door. You've seen inside. You know there's a door there. You go outside, and you're in a dimension door behind the door.
Yeah.
Okay. Poof. Without anyone else knowing, except Inna, because she sees you disappear, you end up right on the other side of the door. It is dark, and do you have dark vision? I don't remember.
I have Devil's Vision, so I can even see through magical darkness.
That's right. So you see a smaller room, but it is lined with books, except for the door in which you came.
Beowulf's going to try to look and see if any books are sticking out of place, and also start trying some of them to see if anything happens, like a door opens or...
Make an investigation check.
Okay.
You start pulling random books. They fall off the shelf. You do start looking at titles. The titles that you see are Only for Tyrants, Of Grave Decisions, Once a Rogue, Pioneer's Pages, an autobiography, Walk Through Light, Children of Them, Always There for Parna, Beasts, a compendium, volumes 1 through 99 of A Work on Calriga, and volumes 100 through 109 on Why Do We Work. You also see Read It, a journal. In the Palm of Darkness, Book of Many Unknown Faces, and In Trying Times.
Beowulf's going to pull out the autobiography of Pioneer's Pages, and then he's going to open the door and be like, I'd like to take this book.
As soon as you open the door, how did you get back there?
The back
Out!
door. The
Get
back
out!
door is open.
There's no back door. Get out.
Can I have this book?
What is it?
Pioneer's Pages, an autobiography.
No,
Why not? Why are all those books back there?
those are the expensive books.
The
You have to
expensive.
ask to go back there.
Why are you saying employees only if you want customers to ask to go back there?
Only my best customers know that they can go back there.
Zan, do you have any further questions? I'll also relay all the books that I found back there to Zan. Well, everybody listening.
In front of him,
I will whisper them to Zan.
As Zan is taking this all in, he's trying to figure out what to do with himself. He's not liking that. Tokar said that there might be something up here, and we find nothing.
I'm
Kinda-
gonna. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna head outside and tell Inna. He says that wealthy customers are allowed in the back. You're the only one he hasn't seen yet. You could put on airs.
All right, I'll come in. Chill staying outside.
okay. So you come into the shop. You walk straight up to the guy. What do you say?
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Where are the good books?
How good?
I reach in and grab How many gold can you fit in your palm?
You,
No,
you can
my
take
book-
you can just take a chunk and just show him. That's fine. Oh,
The good books.
right this way. He takes the autobiography out of your hand, Bear, and kind of like shoves you back around the desk. Right this way, madam. He takes a key and he puts it in the door. Even though Bear came out, he does a key in the lock, opens it, and shows you. The room is dark, but after 2 clicks and snaps of his finger, the room is lit by a source of light that you cannot see at the top of the chamber.
Okay, I'm kind of standing in the doorway still.
Sure.
So I haven't fully entered the room yet.
You may peruse all these books at your leisure.
Once he turns on the light, is the room any different than it was before?
No, this is your first time seeing the room. There's the door, and then all the walls are lined with books.
Okay, Bear, are you right behind me?
Yeah, I'm still like close, like on the edge of the counter.
I kind of motioned for you to just come peek, does it look any different?
The guy puts his hand up in between you. Wealthy customers only.
Barrel kind of like, just like, so only that dude can hear him. Have you ever heard of the name Winter?
I'm deeply sorry, sir. I had no idea. You merely should have asked. Please.
He peeks his head in.
I move out of the way and let you go by.
Does it look any different?
No?
No, and it's looking the same as when I was in here.
Okay, so now what, guys?
Are you saying that out loud, or are you coming back towards us, kind of whispering that?
I guess I just say it to Beowulf.
I think we may need to regather and discuss the next course of action. This seems to be a dead end.
All right, I'm gonna look around the room just to, play the part and be interested and pick one up here and there and put it down. And then I'll let him know that what I'm looking for isn't here.
Well, if you ever do need anything, we are always here, and we try to keep good stock of our books.
Thank you, sir.
Beryl would start heading out at that point.
Can Zenny's like slip between these 2 bookshelves here? How tall are these bookshelves?
Like 10, 12 feet. Like they go to the ceiling.
Okay, can I slip in here and then cast Detect Magic?
Sure. Within 30 feet, you do not detect any magic other than coming from your party members.
Okay.
Well, that's not true. You do detect the magic that's in the back room that is sourcing the light.
I will just slowly start making my way towards the door.
I'll buy Chad his book, and at the same time, I'll grab quite a bit of gold and just kind of like the whole, just kind of dropping it on the counter and picking it back up, and ask him if he's sure he doesn't have any information for us.
If I hear anything, I can definitely let you know.
Well, that would be great. Thank you.
Of course.
I open the first page of the book and say, A is for ape. Like a giant ape.
Chad
Yep.
will have you reading in no time.
Don't you mean Anton?
That's not what the book says.
You look at the
Picture of
second
me.
page, and it looks like a weird 8. You didn't know there were numbers in the alphabet.
It would be funny if this is this is the book that tells about the Shadow Hand. And just
Secret messages.
through long time of just trying to learn how to read, he finally figures out the plot behind the Shadow Hand.
Well, I said I was walking out, so I was going to say, if I look over the shoulder, does the 8 look like an actual B to me?
Do we need to check this book out?
Chad has the secret manual.
You can't check out books, you have to buy them.
I knew I was going to make a library pun too. Very nice, Boom. That was a good boom to bird. That was nice.
Beowulf would be leaving at this time.
Alright, guys, whoever gave you this tip, I say they're the real suspect here.
You think it's from
Kinda.
Tokar?
Throw us off the scent.
That would be a very deep conspiracy.
You're not wrong.
Boom looks a little menacing.
Rocks fall.
Foxfall bird dies.
Sell her feet to the witch.
I'll allow
I mean,
it.
his
Put that in my will.
So finding a dead end currently at Pioneer's Pages, what would you guys like to do?
Should we?
What time of day is it right now?
It is getting into the day. You think that there's a good chance your armor could be done.
That wasn't what I was hitting at, but thank you for insinuating.
8 stands for Badger.
I don't think that's how reading works, you guys. You can't just stare at a page long enough and then you suddenly know what the letter A and B are.
He knows what the number 8 is now.
Or know how to pronounce the word badger.
I know numbers.
It has pictures.
8 stands for Badger.
Next, he'll be saying K stands for kill Beowulf.
C stands for charge.
Charge the door.
See, Andy.
Are we gonna make a Chad's book of
Aw.
learning?
Reading.
Yeah.
Alright, what are we
More
doing?
humorous if Chad was dwarf size again.
Should we prepare to do the final trial, seeing as we've hit a dead end after we get Zynes' armor?
Well, I was going to suggest my armor and then possibly swinging by the Crazy Wisp, because I know Chad had talked about wanting to check out the basement.
I'll go anywhere with you and Chad. So
That sounds like fun.
Yeah, let's stick together.
To my armor!
You head back to where your armor was being made.
Leather and
And-
straps!
Yeah. And it is finished.
Oh, Fat! You did such a good job!
I tried. I did what I could with the time I had. I didn't rush it, and I did it well.
Well, thank you!
hello again, Fat. Does he remember me and my patronage there, my monies?
Yes. Yes.
You did a magnificent job.
Thank you. Only the best.
So I have my pretty red dragon hide armor.
Mm-hmm.
Does it do anything special?
The hide is resistant to fire, naturally.
And it looks amazing.
Would hide armor just be camouflage?
Very punny.
That's 3 today.
Boom, you're on a roll.
How do you find the armor if it's hidden?
it's red dragon armor, and I have this thing for fire, so I kind of I can just sense where it's at.
Your AC should be 14 by my... Okay. Just wanted to help.
You are helping wonderfully.
Trying to drag and drop it, but it's not working. Oh wait, yeah, it is. But why did my armor class jump up to 16?
I don't know.
Big druid.
Unless you had bonuses from anything else, which I don't remember. Where to? Sorry.
Well, as we're all talking, I would say, do we want to pursue the last trial, or do we want to see Keepers of Magic, since they kind of owe us, if they'll zap us over to Dewhurst real quick and investigate that ourselves?
Well, okay, so I'm really curious why a tow car told us to come to that bookstore and yet there was nothing there. That doesn't make sense to me. If they were trying to give us a false lead, that makes no sense either. We would find out that it was a false lead and we'd come back to them, so it's very odd.
Tokor Wallow, what's he in charge of again?
Diplomacy and most of the city.
And which tow car told us to come here or told us about this place?
That was him. But it was only rumblings a few months ago that he heard. It wasn't 100%.
I mean, I guess I didn't ask Nathan, or whatever his name was, how long he'd been running the shop, and did Beowulf get that autobiography?
Nope, he took it.
Did not.
Well, fiddlesticks. All nuts.
Okay, do you guys want to try to go to Dewhurst?
Or do we want to go check out the Crazy Wisp's basement?
Oh yeah, there's that.
We have time for both if we're gonna get zip zap zippity doo up.
C stands for cat.
Well,
I thought we did see India's charge the door.
That
so-
wouldn't be in the book about Parna, though.
E is for egg. Broken owlbear eggs.
I thought we were gonna say E stands for execute Beowulf.
Oh, that was K for kill Beowulf.
This is the one I got in game, not the one that I'll make after this about Chad ABCs.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be like A would be to like, or no, O would be obliterate Beowulf. K kill Beowulf.
All of them are just about killing Beowulf.
T
Assassinate Beowulf.
torture Beowulf. Behead Beowulf.
Bludgeon Beowulf.
Guys,
Bludgeon.
Let's take it easy on Beowulf. Come on. I never said anything bad about Beowulf. He's our friend.
Daryl's
He
just gonna
is.
go do the final trial by himself.
Good luck, you'll die again. And then they're all gonna laugh at you.
All right, let's go check out the basement real quick.
Okay.
You guys make your way over to the Crazy Wisp. It is getting later in the day. You go on in, and Philip is there behind the counter. He's attending to a couple of things in the ledger. He has two customers over looking at stuff and things.
I nod to Philip. Does he look okay?
Looks all right. He's had a little bit of a rough day, but he's hanging in there.
I go down the hall to the last door on the right.
Do you let your friends follow you?
Sure.
Tiny's follows.
I definitely would follow.
Beowulf goes.
As you guys go through with all your pets, you guys descend some stairs. And at the bottom of the stairs, Chad, as you get down there, is a very harrowing and odd sight to see. The bottom of seems to encompass what you believe is the whole under the whole building, and there's a about 7x7 box in the corner that's about 4 foot high. You're unsure of what it does, but it seems ominous. To the right of that is a large table with sprawled things, notes. It looks like there's a little bit of alchemical equipment, but mostly it looks like this is where the Wisp probably did his enchanting. The rest of the room is barren except for 4 pillars, each of which has an orb on top of it, about 1.5 foot by 1.5 foot. From each of these orbs, a black and mysterious, almost cloud-like, smoke-like line is running to what you guys see is almost 20 foot in diameter. This giant swirling. You guys saw Hadar's Hunger, this like giant black massive void that Beowulf has conjured. It looks similar to that, and the edges are rough, and you just hear this like swirling, just, and you see this large portal open, but seems to be contained by these 4 pillars that are at each corner.
So it's just a steadily open portal?
It is slowly churning, and it is horizontal. So as you kind of just look on eye level, it just looks, like a disc floating. But as, you don't get too close, but you kind of look either under or over, you can definitely see it as a working portal.
I grab Beowulf and throw him through.
You're serious?
No, I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
Why not?
I mean, he can shift out of there.
So, guys, what the hell is this?
It's nothing. It's just a decor of the room.
Can I insight chat? No, I'm just kidding.
Well, what about that big box?
It's a big box.
Hey, Bitter,
What's in it?
I have an idea.
Can
What's
I
your
check?
idea?
You have your rope with you.
Always.
I need you to take that rope and fasten it to this shield I have, and we're going to throw it through the portal.
Okay, but you're gonna hang on to it.
Do we want to really start opening up other quests when we have so many open quests now?
Maybe it'll help us. Maybe Anton's in there.
I mean, it's your basement. You tell us, friend.
Yeah, you own this place.
I mean, you could tell us not to throw things in your portal.
This extra dimensional portal is your responsibility, is your property. So you would help us do with it.
Power and energy that's take to sustain.
We don't listen very well,
active
though.
open portal.
A little more investigation before we start just chucking things through. Unless
This is investigation. Not throwing me through.
We'll tie a rope to you or something.
I have a giant rat.
You're gonna throw Squeak through there?
No.
That's why I'm saying this inanimate object attached to a string would be much better than throwing one of us through.
Why not have Zinies cast Detect Magic and see what else there might be in this room linked together?
What are the dimensions of this room?
The whole size of the shop?
Yeah, the dimensions I gave you. So it is 50 foot long by 25 foot wide. The portal seems to be about 20 by 20.
Okay, and what are the walls? What are they made of?
They seem to be reinforced by stone. It looks that it was dug out, and then once this portal possibly was found or created, or however it was made, things were put in place to kind of make this a finished basement of sorts.
D is for dimensional portal in the Crazy Wisp basement.
Can you, Beowulf inspect one of the pillars of orbs that are stabilizing this portal without touching it?
Yeah. So there are different glyphs and runes etched on this stone pedestal that seems to be holding this orb. The orbs are like 1.5 feet, almost like the orb that gave you your wish. Not the same. These seem to be keeping the edges of the portal from expanding and keeping it where it currently is.
Don't touch that.
Yeah, let's not move any of these guys. Just letting you know.
Do I look at the runes? Do they look like any runes that I'm familiar with while, say, polishing armor?
Make an investigation check.
Can I kind of like look over Chad's shoulder and see if it's in a language I recognize?
Sure, make a perception check. Chad, you're really good at matching symbols. You don't really see any recognize, though.
26.
These glyphs and runes seem very, very archaic and old. What languages do you speak?
Common, Druidic, Halfling, and Dwarvish.
So you don't recognize the language written on them, but they are just filled because they're four-sided. So on every side there is just this writing, and every few minutes you can see just like a pulse of energy come from the bottom and up into the orb. Just seems like it is definitely keeping this portal stable.
What does Anna know? Doesn't she know another language?
Can I point them out to Anna and have her come look at them?
I thought
Sure.
somebody in our party spoke or knew Celestial.
That's in the other game.
Oh, crab.
Is it in Elven, Null, Orc, or Draconic?
No.
Thank goodness they added that to Roll20. That was so easy.
Yeah, I don't know what it says.
Probably magic we shouldn't mess with.
Yeah, perhaps we should tackle this at a different time. How big
What about
did you
the
say our
box?
box was?
The box
So-
is like 7.5 by 7.5. It's huge.
And 4 feet, 7 by 7 by 4 is what you said.
Does it look like it has just a common opening, like a chest or anything?
It looks like the lid would open.
I'm scared.
I'll cast knock on it.
I peek inside the box.
Just seems like an empty black void.
I close the box. I was scared.
What was in the box?
Nothing, actually. So the walls don't look like there's any secret passages or anything
Not currently, no.
currently, so can I look really hard?
Yeah, you can look really hard.
What if the Shadow Hand was using your basement as a means of easement into the and out of the city?
I'm scared. I'm the leader of the Shadow Hand now.
True.
Checking the walls and being very meticulous, it doesn't seem like there's any hidden caverns or anything down here.
You said there was notes on the table. Can I point those out to like Xynes and Enna to see if they recognize any of the writing or scribbles or anything like that?
You can.
Do any of the letters match the A for ape? Does it say ape or badger or any of those words? Do I recognize anything yet?
You take out your ABC book and you were like constantly trying to like match symbols. You don't see any of those words though.
Okay.
A tiny familiar appears. She can hear you if you guys want to say hi.
Hi!
Hello.
Well, hello there.
I'm a man. I'm a dragon. Rawr.
Yeah, you can point out the notes to them if they want to notice them.
Enna, Xynes, either of y'all read these things?
You can read too now, can't you?
Yeah, common and dwarvish. I don't think they would be in common or dwarvish.
Are they in bird?
Is it in Sylvan?
Who's looking at the notes?
I don't care.
Probably
Okay,
Xynes and Enna.
The notes are in common, and they're mostly blueprints on. You see blueprints for a box that's 1 by 1 by 1, and how to enchant such a box. You see different ways to enchant different items but the notes look half, so you don't have everything. Doesn't seem like the secret sauce is here.
So no notes how to enchant a ring.
There's some general enchanting notes.
Barrel's gonna take a copper piece and flip it into the portal. Gone.
Gone.
Stop it. It's not a garbage can.
Barrel does one more.
I said stop it, and I move him back.
But listen to the sound it makes. He just like throws one more over Chad.
I punch Beowulf in the face.
Boom!
That hurt.
He clocks you really good.
That hurt.
Did he
doesn't-
stop?
I'm not gonna throw another one.
Okay.
Chad's not looking. He throws another one.
I charge the Beowulf
In what way?
without weapons. I want to fight him.
All right. What do you want to do?
I want to punch him again and hurt him again.
All right. This time, roll an attack.
Would that be strength? Just strength?
Yeah. Yeah.
Does a 22 hit your armor class?
No.
What I roll
It
for
hit.
damage there?
I
I don't know what my damage would be.
Damage is 1 plus your strength modifier.
Just 1 plus my strength, so 5. You take 5 points of damage.
You take 5 hit points. Is he just like comes up and this time like he means it and he just clocks you straight in the face.
As a reaction, Barrel's going to use Misty Escape, so he's going to poof into a cloud of mist, and then I'm going to reappear in one of the corners of the room invisible, but he doesn't know that.
So you hit Beowulf, and he like looks at you, just vanishes in a cloud of mist.
I look at my fist, like, holy hell.
Barrel's going to try to like throw his voice like it's coming from the portal. Chad, what did you do?
Roll a deception check.
Yeah.
You may have punched Beowulf into the portal.
Nice. Okay. Should we get on with Guardian business now?
Did nobody else hear my voice coming from the portal?
I mean, they would
Can
have
we
heard
make
it.
insight checks
You
against
can.
deception?
You can.
Shit is just freaking out. Like, no, farewell. What?
I'll roll it, but I can't beat his 28.
Yeah, the highest I
gosh,
could get was
close.
a 27. The highest I can get is a 27.
Whenever he needs a natural 20, he rolls it. You guys are quite possibly think that one party member may have punched the other into wherever that thing goes.
Chitter
should-
rears
I
to
told him to
jump
stop.
into the portal.
Wait, what? What did Chitter do?
I'm about to jump in to go get you.
Jump in to get you.
Chitter, don't do it.
Why not?
You can't see her? See him?
I mean, no.
No, so he's not. You weren't here, but he's not actually, or maybe you heard it. He's not actually in the portal. He's across the room,
He
right?
Misty escaped, and he is currently sitting invisible in one of the corners. So his deception was to make the party think that he was punched into the portal, but he's not.
Why not, man?
How close? Wait. So how close is Chitter? To...
Actually say
I
that.
was like bounding to jump, and I was about to, and then you're like, "No, man."
So, did we hear him tell her to stop?
Yeah, I yelled it, and I don't think I threw my voice.
You're
So
giving yourself away.
Okay, so I call out to everyone. Apparently, Beowulf is actually in the corner right back here.
but you can't see me.
But that's where his voice is coming from.
Barrel's just gonna stay quiet after he told Chitter not to jump.
How long can you be invisible?
I forgot what invisibility it uses, but I know.
And is this
Speaking
truly
below the-
invisible, or could I feel him?
And does speaking blow the illusion?
Right.
Look,
109 says when you take damage, you use your reaction to turn invisible and teleport up to 60 feet. You remain invisible until the start of your next turn or until the attack or you cast a spell.
oh, so 6 seconds. So
6 seconds.
so you're like, "Huh!" So they see you now. It's been 6 seconds. So
I'm just gonna like
weird.
awkwardly wave.
So that's what happens when you jump through the portal. You just it just teleports you to like right there.
Yeah.
Well, let's all do it then.
I want to try it. I'm already here.
No, everybody's leave the porter alone. Leave it alone.
I would like to suggest to the group that Beowulf may be lying.
That
I-
is
I
not a
would-
thing.
I would never lie to you
Can
guys.
I insight checking?
About what?
Or is this still the same role as his deception?
No, he was deceiving people. They went into the portal.
I mean, clearly.
Yeah, but he's lying now.
He's lying about what? What did you
said
say?
that-
I'm sorry.
About never lying.
No, he said that that's what happens when you go through the portal. You get teleported to the other side of the room.
Yeah, you can roll insight on that. Roll a deception check with disadvantage at this time.
That +8 though.
It's,
Wow.
Still believes him.
it's possible. Seems weird though.
Then where's the coins that he tossed in?
Oh, I picked those up already.
Boy, just keep lying on top of lies.
Chad, what would you like to do?
Someone toss a coin.
I think we should
I'll
leave
toss
the
a coin.
basement.
I toss a gold.
It's in my pocket.
Leave
It
the
doesn't.
porter
No, it's
alone.
not.
You tie a rope around Squeak Squeak and send Squeak Squeak in.
Leave the portal alone.
Fine, because Chad's my friend and I don't want to get punched in the face twice. I'm going to leave the portal alone.
We don't know what this portal is. Stop messing with it.
My only fear is it just staying open down here with nobody watching it. Does Philip even know it's down here?
It's okay. I'll lock the door when we leave the basement.
Have you ever asked Philip if he knows about it? What if Philip's behind it?
Philip is the leader of the Shadow Hand.
Yeah, what if it's just a big whole
Philip
like
would know
sham?
about it. Yeah, I call up for Philip to come down here. He comes down to identify things in the basement. That's what was said earlier. So he would know about the portal.
Takes Philip a little bit to get the customers. Would someone come up to watch the things? We've had some thefts.
Zan will walk up and protect the goods.
Okay. He comes down. Ah, you found it then.
It wasn't hidden.
Well, not everyone knows.
What is it?
It's a portal. Some sites. The Wisp Boy said, don't touch. And just to keep it happy.
How do you keep it happy? Is it by throwing
Sometimes-
coins in it?
Sometimes things come out of it. Just depends.
What?
Some of the magical items that we sell.
Oh, this is awesome.
Like that axe? Like that red axe?
He was around for that.
You ever put things in the portal?
Garbage, mostly.
No, I'm not garbage, Chad.
That's debatable.
So what did you mean by keeping it happy?
Mostly don't mess with it.
Like throwing garbage in there?
It doesn't seem to react when I throw garbage in.
When did it get here?
It was here when I got here.
Okay, what's up with the box?
Which box?
I turn around to the very large, obvious box and point at it.
Oh, that box! Yes, yes. Well, watch this. He goes over to the box, and he pulls out a 2x4. Drops it on the ground. Shuts the box. Wait. He goes in. He pulls a heavy-looking stone out of the box. Puts it on the ground. Wait. He pulls a half-foot by half-foot by half-foot cube of metal out of the box. Puts it on the ground.
So just you get resources here.
Yes.
It's a resource box.
Yes.
Awesome.
Did you choose which ones came out?
Yes.
Do you only get one at a time?
Yes.
What is the extent of the materials you can pull out of here?
Resources or large quantities? Which are you asking?
What can you pull out of here and what can you not pull out of here?
I've been informed I can pull wood, metal, clay, stone. That's all I've really needed.
But nothing like crafted already.
Correct.
Just the basic resources.
Yes.
Excellent. I have one of those in Minecraft.
Well, this is all super fascinating. I'm really happy for you and your cruddy basement. Let's go on a quest.
Yes, let's go.
Jump to the portal. I'm kidding.
That's
Everybody
Why
charge
not? So
the
you try.
portal. Everybody charge the portal.
Leave the portal alone. That's my main source of income.
All right, so you guys
I was hoping for a vault down here.
Income, but at
We
what cost?
can always make whatever you need this to be.
Since we can even pull the resources out of the box to make a vault. No, probably
Quite.
can't. We'd have to get it fastened and stuff.
We
talk
can
about
work on it.
Yeah, well, let's talk about that.
I'm also, well, you have me, still looking for an enchanter, but I have a few leads, and I am talking to the blacksmiths tomorrow.
So, hey, Philip,
Yes, ma'am.
is there anything else you haven't told Chad?
I told him about the basement. I just didn't tell him what was down here. It's a little hard to explain.
Okie dokie.
If you guys will excuse us, I'd like to speak with Philip alone down here just for a moment.
I'm out.
As you guys are leaving, make perception checks. Fairwolf, roll a sleight of hand check. All right, so Zines and Enna, you watch as Beowulf, in the last-ditch effort, throws the shield into the portal and it goes.
Beowulf just doesn't even say anything and just keeps walking.
I tell Chad what happened.
You're
Ark.
under arrest.
Chad, have your conversation already. I'm gonna be upstairs.
Oh, we'll have a different conversation later.
Whatever.
And then I climb the stairs.
Gotcha. All right, you guys are. Zan Falcon, your friends find you, and you guys are in the shop. Philip comes behind you and continues helping customers and the ledger.
Chad, nobody stole anything. I made sure.
Okay. Let's leave. There's not really much time to do anything else, is there?
You guys can start off whatever you want to do.
What
You
do
probably won't get to it today, but you can at least start on something.
To do her.
Is that the next order of business, is to Dewhurst?
Well, how time sensitive is our next trial? We didn't really ask Satine if we had a time frame like the last two trials.
Well, he just told us as soon as we were geared up and as soon as we were prepared to undertake it. So it's
but
kind of
he's
at our
always
discretion.
pushed us.
He apologized for being pushy, but he did still want you guys to, with haste, take care of it. so that the celebrations can take place.
Should we go to the Keepers of Magic and try and teleport there?
Yeah, so if we can just teleport to Dewhurst.
I'm down for that.
Oh, but don't we need a teleport token?
No, they provide them.
We got friends.
Yeah, I mean, like, the Keepers of Magic definitely owes us. I could have kept a lot of treasures from them, and then we killed the dragon without their aid.
I think we should have permanent portal passes now. Permanent
We are the
portal
keep-
passes starts with P.
Good job, Chad. Good job.
Is that what you have in your basement downstairs? A permanent portal pass?
Possibly. Alliteration, yay!
All right, you guys head over to the Keepers. It is getting a little late, and it's getting to the afternoon, and things have been continued to be dreary and drizzly, and just everyone doesn't seem to be themselves, knowing that it's been that kind of a day. But you find your way to the Keepers, and upon talking to the attendant, you find that Keeper Ratuk and the other Keeper are both indisposed at the moment.
So no teleporting.
Unless we find a way to use the portal ourselves.
Sav and Ratuk, yes, sorry, are indisposed.
What about Wallow?
He's a Tokar.
Sorry.
Is there anybody there to greet us?
There's the attendant.
Is this the attendant that we've used before?
Beowulf has.
Hello.
Hello.
We seek transportation to Dewhurst.
I believe that those that currently do the teleporting are indisposed at the moment.
When will they be in disposal?
I would say tomorrow, simply with current things that are at our forefront in our minds.
What are they so busy with?
That would be keeper business.
Zan, are you from Dewhurst? Is that like
Yeah,
your hometown?
I'm from Dewhurst.
Actually, our teleportation has to do with what's going on. Zan here is trying to get back home to where his mother, the sister of the man who passed, we're hoping to find her there.
I am deeply sorry. That is not the business that I am talking about, but you have my condolences.
What
business are you
business?
talking about?
That is none of yours.
It was whenever it was a dragon, you guys couldn't stop it. We found the charred bones of your brethren.
That is not the way that you should be talking to me, sir.
Excuse me?
No, he's right. You shouldn't speak to him that way. This guy is giving us his time, and he's a really great employee. And thank you so much for your time, by the way. What's your name?
I do what I can. I am,
Hi, I do what I can.
excuse
You
me?
shut your butt, okay.
Who's talking to the bird?
The bird has a name, you know.
I don't know. What is your name?
My name is Chitter. What's yours?
Chitter. I'm Barney.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
What can be done about getting us to Dewhurst as quickly as possible?
I do not have teleportation services, and I know that Sav and Ratuk are the main two. Tomorrow should be a better day. I know that's not what you would like to hear, but that's what I've had to tell everyone today.
Sure. We are on urgent business from the temple and on behalf of the city. Is there an intern who could possibly help us, or someone who does have knowledge of how to teleport us tonight, possibly? Someone we could call?
That is quite a high-level spell, and I don't know of anyone else that quite has those capabilities.
Okay. Well, thanks for your time. We appreciate it, and we're gonna go.
Hey, Barney, real quick.
You don't even hear him.
I'm right there.
Yes, sir?
I just wanted to ask, how did your dad meet your mother?
What?
No, just curious.
I just...
Dum-dum.
I made a pun.
Yeah, I'm sure Boom would understand.
You're
We're
all about
leaving.
moms today, Bear.
No.
The guard's mother that you killed?
Oh, that was just your mom joke. She's ugly and stuff, but
Okay, guess we're leaving.
I guess so. Even though I think it's...
Poppycock?
Yeah.
No, you'll have to figure
mean,
it
If
out.
you
couple
want friends,
cars
if you want to teleport in the
missing.
future, you gotta play nice, man.
Oh, no. Don't have to play nice whenever we're bailing these guys out and they're hiding stuff that could have saved lives.
They don't have to play nice either.
I'll go back and steal the crap
Yay.
that I gave them.
That's fine with me, but do it privately.
Just walk up and take it. What are they going to do?
Probably stab you.
I doubt it.
send you to prison again.
To Dewhurst.
Oh, well. I'm not walking to Dewhurst.
How far is Dewhurst? I'm gonna open this map.
Farther than Stillwater.
Dang it! Then let's wait till tomorrow.
So nobody's curious on this business.
Well, that's not the right one.
I mean, it's like after
Where are
hours.
you
Yeah, I got the map. I got.
It could also be because, like they said keep her business, but also stuff forward on their mind. I mean, they did just have the funeral today.
That wasn't the keepers, though.
Don't open another quest.
Well, no, but he said that there's stuff on everyone's mind and stuff today, and it could just be the mood and the atmosphere from the having to attend the funeral.
No, I brought that up. That wasn't it.
Yeah, they're off secretly in a meeting all day long. They've
Something else,
know,
and that we
pushed
weren't allowed to
people
ask
out
what it
there.
was.
One would think that with such a high-profile funeral, that they would have this portal working like nobody's business at the end of it.
Yeah, and that proves right there that nobody was using it to get to and from if they've had to push people off all day. And, also a high-profile funeral, for in memory of two. And the Tokars didn't even show up. Not
Then
all of them showed
I'll
up.
ask
so-
Barney, has the portal been in use a lot today because of the funeral?
Barney already said that it hasn't. He'd been turning people away all day, he said.
I've been turning people away.
All day.
However, there have been some that have come through, but they brought their own through and they'll be leaving tomorrow.
Well, didn't the first speaker at the funeral, wasn't he from Dewhurst? Maybe we can catch a ride with him back.
If he's still in town.
Well, if they're all leaving on their own,
Yeah, but we don't know if he had this keeper from Dewhurst with him or whatever and teleported him back or whatever. Wolfsbane.
Well, is that where you want to leave yourselves then?
What, waiting for tomorrow?
Yeah.
Do you
Or at
want,
least-
you want to grab a beverage before we want to go in this in a tavern?
yes. Let's celebrate Davord's life with a drink.
We can go back to our favorite bar.
I don't think we can.
As long as Zan doesn't perform and start another fight.
What's the closest bar to the portal?
We definitely did that on purpose.
Closest bar to the keepers
The Pluck Feather.
would be
Pluck's feather.
the Cheap Steed.
Cheap Steve.
Steed.
Chief Steve it is.
What's a Steve?
That's what all the drunks call it because they slur their words. They can't say
Yes.
Steve, so they say drunk Steve.
Drunk Steve.
Let's go get Bevs.
Devs,
Yes.
Beverly.
devs and apps. Half off apps.
It's nickel shot night.
All right, you guys find yourself to a tavern, disgusted and upset that you were stymied today, preparing for your plans and seeing what you would do tomorrow.
Hey, Boom, you should say the words, so that's where we'll end this episode.
And that's where we'll end this episode. Shut up. Find me the page number. Hurt-der-der.
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 How to do this.